Welcome to day 271 of the Book of Mysteries. This one is titled The Yom. The teacher had asked me to meet in the chamber of vessels. He was wearing a white linen robe and standing in front of the temple veil. Is that the robe of the priest? I asked. No, he said. It's the robe worn on the Yom, the day, the holiest day of the year, Yom Kippur. It's what observant Jews wear on the Day of Atonement. It's called the kittel. It actually is a burial shroud. A burial shroud? Why would you wear that on Yom Kippur? Because Yom Kippur is the shadow of the Day of Judgment, when all is sealed, when we will all stand before God face to face beyond the veil, and when all sin is dealt with, all evil separated from God forever. He was silent for a few moments, as if lost in thought. Then he spoke, "And those who have chosen the darkness to reject salvation, given them will have chosen separation from God, which is hell. For in the end, there are only two destinies, heaven and hell. Heaven and God's mercy for those who have chosen salvation. And the key is there on Yom Kippur as the high priest enters the presence of God, bringing with him the blood of the sacrifice, the atonement. Of what does that speak? The blood of Messiah, the sacrifice, the atonement. Yes. But note, the high priest must take the blood from outside the holy place, from the altar in the court, before he passes beyond the veil into God's presence. So too it is here, outside the holy place of God's dwelling, that we must each partake of the atonement on this side of the veil, in this life, in this world, where the altar of Messiah is, while we still have breath and before we pass beyond the veil to the other side. And what then comes after that day? The Day of Atonement leads into the Feast of Tabernacles. Yes, the last and greatest celebrations, the shadow of heaven. You see, God's will is not hell, but heaven, so much so that he would give up his own life, bear hell and judgment in our place. And I am convinced that if it was only you or me who needed to be saved, if it was only one person, he still would have done it. It is Yom Kippur's ultimate mystery, that is God himself who becomes our Kippur, our sacrifice on the altar. The greatest love we could ever fathom, the love we must come to know and take part in before we pass beyond the veil on that day. The mission: no one knows what will pass beyond the final veil. Live this day as if it were your last. What must you do? Romans 14:11-12, 2 Corinthians 5:10, 26-2, and 1 John 4:17 and 18. Thank you.